No one understands what it's like to be that girl. Not that girl, but that girl. Speaking up in a group and having no one reply to you, wondering why you didn't get invited to that party, always walking on the grass when everyone else is walking on the pavement, feeling ignored in the group chat, asking yourself where you're gonna sit for lunch because you have no one to sit with, and frantically panicking and asking yourself who am I gonna pair up with when everyone has to pair up in class. This is the story I know all too well as an ex-socially anxious and socially awkward person versus now as someone who is really confident in social situations, and I feel like I can make friends anywhere I go. No one ever tells you how to cope in these really awkward and uncomfortable situations, or even reassures you that you're not the only one feeling this way. So what I'm going to do is share everything that I know after feeling this way for years, dealing with toxic friendships, people that leave you out, dealing with people that ignore you and pretend like you don't even exist. I'm going to share everything I've learned in this video. Hey, if you're new, I'm Christina and I make videos for people who are feeling lonely. If you're a people pleaser, overthinker, overachiever, over anything else, you're in the right place. The number one thing that I need to tell you is that if you're dealing with feeling left out and feeling like you're being ignored, they see you as an easy target. They see you as too nice, too polite, too generous, too accommodating, and because of that you're an easy target. A couple of years ago I was in a friendship group of a small group of girls, and I felt like there was one girl in particular that just kept ignoring me. Like, I would just be like talking in the group, and anytime I would talk she would always have her back to me, like on purpose, and she'd always like ignore what I had to say. If we were all sharing ideas of like where we should go out to eat, I'd share a suggestion and she would just ignore me completely. Or if she said something and I didn't hear what she said, I'd ask like, oh, like what did you say, like repeat that, and she just ignore me. And I felt like, how does no one else in the group like see this? It felt like everyone else could see what was going on but no one ever did anything about it. And sometimes I think looking back at that time, I was in like my major people pleasing era. I was so accommodating for bad behavior and poor treatment. I would kind of just let it slide and not actually speak up. And when I think back, I think sometimes when you are too nice and you don't ever hold people accountable and tell them off, put them in their place, people will see you as an easy target and they'll just carry on. At the time, I didn't really know how to tell this person, like, why are you always ignoring me? Why are you always like rude? Like, why do you always have your back turned? Why do you always pretend like I'm not even in the group when there's actually only 4 of us here? Like, she would always like make fun of me as well, like say horrible things. Kind of like that not self-deprecating, because she wasn't deprecating herself, she would deprecate me, but she would always just like make fun of what I was doing, or like, do you know, little snarky comments that were just rude. She would make weird comments about the fact that like, okay, you know, I'm not the best cook, but she would just make weird comments about how I can't cook anything and I never eat proper food. She would make weird comments about how I wear the same thing all the time. Like, yeah, I wear the same thing all the time. Like, I'm not really like a massive fashion girly. Like, yes, I wear the same hoodie and leggings every single day. Like, leave me alone. I feel like if you're being picked on and like you're just an easy target, it's definitely because maybe you're a bit of a people pleaser and a little bit too nice. But you are more than the way that they make you feel. Another friendship group I was in, I felt like this was like my friendship group. Like, when I got into this group, I was quite happy because I thought, okay, finally, like I've found my people, I found my friends, like things are all good now. But as time went on and I spent more and more time with this group, it was a bit of a bigger group, like 6 or 7 people. I felt like I was more obsessed with the fact that I now had friends than they were actually like good quality friends. Like, they would talk about other people a lot, and I just felt like if they're gossiping and like sharing drama, spilling the tea, like bad mouthing this girl and bad mouthing that guy and like talking about this person behind their backs, like I just felt like if they're doing this when I'm in the room, what are they doing when I'm not in the room? Like, they're definitely talking about me in the exact same way. And I felt like speaking badly about other people isn't really my vibe. It's just not really my thing. I did feel like left out at times. And I felt like, you know, after a certain period of time when you're not talking in a group, maybe you go a bit quiet and you kind of drift into the back, you start to panic that you're not saying enough, and you start to panic that like they're going to notice that you're being really quiet. I would panic about that a lot, and I would think like I feel like a spare part. Like, do I actually need to like become a bit more like them so that I can be more like them and be like part of the group properly? If you get a bad feeling, take that as a sign. Like, I would always have that feeling at the back of my mind that like, oh, this isn't really my group. Like, after feeling like this was my group finally, I was just like, oh, like I just don't really feel comfortable. I don't really feel like this is my group. Like, within the group as well, people didn't really like each other. There was like people like locking heads a lot, and I was just like, okay, this is not my group. And to this day, I still feel like I should have spoken up sooner, which is the hardest thing with feeling left out, is like, you know you want to say something. Like, you clicked on this video, it's a big enough problem that you're watching videos on it, but you just feel like you don't know how to navigate it without hurting someone's feelings. Because for me, like, the thought of going up to someone and telling them off or telling them that you've done something badly is just so scary. One of my best pieces of advice is to not put all your self-esteem in one friendship basket. We've all heard of the phrase, don't put all your eggs in one basket, and that applies to literally so many things. But when it comes to like your self-esteem and how good you feel about yourself as a friend and your ability to make friends, don't put it all in one friendship basket. Just because one friendship group has fallen apart doesn't mean that you will struggle to make other friends in the future. In high school, I felt like I changed friendship groups pretty much every single year. In the first year, I only had like 2 friends, like 2 girls I got along with, and then we kind of parted ways and went our separate ways. And then in the next year, I was kind of like on my own, did not have any friends. I was literally like looking around every single lunchtime, like, where am I going to sit? Who am I going to sit with in class? And then in the third year, it was similar. Later on down the line, I started to form friendships with one other girl who I'm still friends with to this day. We've been going on friends for like 10 years now. But for the longest time in high school, I thought, like, I'm on my own constantly because I can't form any friends now. Like, am I ever going to form friends? I put so much pressure on university, and when I go to college, when I go to uni, then I'm finally going to make friends. It's finally going to be amazing. And because it didn't live up to that, I was so down and so low. I thought, like, there is something wrong with me. Like, why can't I make friends? Why do I go into every room like super excited to meet people, and like I want to say hi and I want to join in with the conversation, but I'm just so scared. Like, what am I doing wrong? Just because one thing hasn't worked out doesn't mean that there won't be other things. In my last video, 7 Habits of Highly Sociable People, I was talking about the fact that honestly, to make friends and finally have your friendship group that you want, or friends that care about you, friends that are genuine and have good values, it's not about meeting more people. It's honestly about confidence. Like, you could be an insecure person and meet 30 different people, or you could be a confident person and meet just like 5 people. And I know for a fact the confident person is going to nurture those 5 like friendships way more and make them blossom into something bigger, versus the insecure person who's probably just too scared to say hi and get the ball rolling. If one friendship group hasn't worked out, totally fine. Maybe there was an element of insecurity there. I know I was super insecure about speaking up and being honest about how I feel, which on reflection is super important in a friendship. Like, good and bad, you need to open up about how you feel. If you feel good about the friendship, things are going well, you cherish this person, like, tell them that. But then also, if there's something that's not going well and there's a bit of friction, you need to tell them that. If you can't speak up and be genuine about how you feel on good days and on bad days, then what foundation does the friendship actually have? The older I get and the more I meet new people and make other friends, the more I realize, like, friendship is not a game of meeting people, it's a game of confidence. Like, once you work on your confidence, once you work on speaking up and being honest about how you feel, like, good things will come, I promise you. And I'm still a work in progress with this. Like, I'm preaching like I have all the answers. I still have people in my life right now that I talk to regularly and I meet up with, but they don't treat me very well. Like, I have a friend that I was literally studying abroad with, and I remember when we were studying abroad, like, we would go and like do our placement in the hospital, shadow the doctors, and then in the afternoon we'd go to the beach. This person was like good fun sometimes, but in any group situation he would just tear me down, like be horrible, make fun of me, like make fun of like the way I eat and what I'm saying. And whenever we were one-on-one, he would be great. Like, it was so weird. I didn't really understand, like, why are you so nice to me? And we actually get along really well one-to-one. But then, like, in a group, he's like gagging to make fun of me and like tear me down. And I'm just like, I don't understand. This has also happened with another girl that I was friends with. We really like traveling in a similar sense. Like, we both want to travel for the same reasons, explore the food, like explore the culture, and not really do all the touristy stuff. Like, we bonded over that. But then again, one-on-one, we'd get along really great and talk about like our travel list and stuff. But in any group situation, she'd make fun of me and like tear me down. And I'm saying those 2 stories because I'm still friends with these 2 people. I need to work on like having a bit more boundaries and just being like, tell them how I feel. I don't know how they're going to respond. I don't know if they're gonna take it well. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, it's really scary to think about it because I've been friends with these people for like a few years now, and maybe I've dragged it out too long, but I know for a fact I need to put my foot down and actually like practice what I'm preaching with these 2 people. Like, even though I get along with them one-on-one and we could genuinely talk for hours, we get along that well, anytime I'm in a group I feel left out. Like, I feel so left out when they're there because they make an effort to like ostracize me and make me feel left out. It's like they want everyone in the group to see the power dynamic, that they're here and I'm here, and they're making an effort to like put me down in a way. The good thing about this though, like going back to my main point, don't put all your self-esteem in one friendship basket. These 2 people are like in different friendship groups, and I actually have friends outside of these as well. I'm so grateful that I actually have friends in so many different pockets. I feel like I have lots of different friends spread out, and they're not acquaintances, like they genuinely are like friends, like genuine deep friends. And the reason why this is so important is because if I'm not really like gelling with one group or I feel left out, then I know that I've always got like another friendship group that I can resort to or speak to. If I'm having like drama or like conflict with someone, then I can speak to someone else about it. Like, I don't have all my eggs in one basket, and I'm not telling myself that because I feel left out here, I'm left out everywhere. Like, that is not the case. And I think it's good to not put too much pressure on having a friendship group and be quite open to just having like one friend here, one friend there, another one there. Like, it's totally okay to just meet up with one person for coffee, or to feel like, you know, Sam, like me and Sam are friends, but you don't have to be friends with Sam's friendship group. You can be friends with Julie, but not necessarily Julie's friendship group. Like, it's totally okay to just have like one friend. And when it comes to being left out, being lonely is better than having bad friends. I've been lonely and I've had bad friends. Both of them are tough. It's not an easy, hard and fast rule to just tell you to like dump all your friends and be by yourself. Although this is what I did. When I was in high school, I had like a lonely phase where I was like by myself. It was because I kind of abandoned my bad friends. I was friends with 2 girls that would just like gossip without me there. Sometimes we'd hang out as a 3 and it would just be like the 3 of us talking and like we were literally like 13. Like, this was so long ago. We would hang out as a 3, but sometimes they would hang out without me, which is totally fine. But I came to find out later on that when I wasn't there, they were talking about me. And I mean, we are 13. I don't want to put too much pressure on it because we were literally children, but I was already really, really insecure at the time. I was probably more like bold and confident back then than I am now, because I literally just ditched them. I literally just stopped talking to them one day and was like, I'm going to be by myself because I'd rather not be friends with these 2 girls that are talking about me behind my back. Yeah, I'd rather not have that. I'd rather just be by myself. I was really comfortable with my own company. I'm an only child, so I literally don't have any siblings. Like, all I know is me and my mum. I feel like, you know, sometimes I feel like I need that again, because these couple of people that I've got in my life right now where I feel left out, I'm overthinking what I should say, and I'm overthinking like how I should approach it. I'm overthinking like, okay, when they're in the room, I'll just go quiet, I'll just sip my drink, I'm not going to talk. But like, Christina, why are you dulling yourself down for these people and making you feel left out? That's what they want. Like, they want you to be quiet and to shut up. They want you to just make yourself small. That's what they're trying to do anyway, with the way that they belittle you and make you feel. So sometimes, you know, I'm making this video, I try to make videos about stuff that I'm like struggling with at the time so that I can like talk it through, kind of like a therapy session. But I feel like I need to work on just like not caring about their feelings. I care about their feelings too much. These people that make me feel left out and just talk down to me, I need to stop caring about them, because they don't care about me. They're showing it in their actions. I need to stop caring about them. This is so funny because I literally I'm meeting up with one of these people next week. And obviously, like, one-on-one, these people tend to be quite nice. I hopefully, and fingers crossed, can actually like be honest about my feelings and tell this person like, I do not like how you've been treating me. Like, I'm not putting up with this. But I'll update you guys next week. Like, I'll update you on how this person has been. There's so many misconceptions that people have when it comes to making friends and how to overcome like your socially awkward era. So if you enjoyed this one, you definitely need to check this one out.